Good morning, y'all. It's BQ, Video Queen, signing in. I know it's been a while. We've been at sea for several days now, and we are arriving in Durban, South Africa. So I'm going on a tour, but before I go, I'm going to have my breakfast. So, see ya!
Yes, yeah. So, okay, now I will give you the guide a tour on the way, and then, but when it's too close, there are people, just because there are many buses, they're going to make a convoy to make sure that we are safe, because we are going to the deep rural areas. This is an authentic tour then to Amazing Africa. They don't just take a tour. People, they just employ their relationships who don't have a right skill. So it's rare when you find a public toilet that were there by 1940s still exist like this. Transport that we're using to transport goods. Okay, sorry, I'm too fast. Yes, I'm fast, eh? Do you hear me at the back?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so it's reminding us of a transport network that we do have. So we do have in here in this. We were used to be a train station around the chair, and then they will move to the city center. I will show you on our way back, because on our way back I will show our city center. I want to make sure that I deliver all, just because I want to keep on coming in our city of Durban. So the transnets for railway line, for the road transport, for all things that are helping us to transport our goods. And then on the left hand side, we call it a KwaZulu Natal, or in South Africa. So sometimes I have to stand up when I'm talking more about our culture. In here in South Africa, we are very blessed in terms of natural resources. We export a lot of culture, of agricultural things. We're exporting a lot of things that is coming from underground. So that's why we have this warehouse, a Queen's Park. We're calling a John Ross. There is a statue here close to the trees, but it did make sure that they'll stop in a spot that will be able to take a picture of that statue equipment during that time, because as I said, the first vessel that were come by 1860s, so there was a shortage of equipment. There was one Ndongeni. Yes, but Ndongeni, they would say on the way he was collapsed, was not able to reach the destination. That's why he's not able to honor it. Okay, we can move on. And on the 25th December, when he arrived, he appreciated the beauty of our place, as I think I'm going to appreciate it as we are driving through. He was appreciating it, but he was coming on the that way came and the different vessels, as I was talking about the Vasco da Gama vessel, then the Churro, and then there's a bed center for different arts, just because African people are very good on arts, they are very good on hands. Yes. Okay. So this is our bay, this is our harbor, a beautiful hotel. You see a beautiful architectural style. Thanks to the different Western people who can keep on coming to our shore, and then they contribute with a different architectural style. You see that one, 101. So different architectural style. So just because here we are in a Zulu, we are at KwaZulu Natal. The Zulu people, when they build their house, they never build the apartment like this. So they build a house in a circle form. But I'll talk more about the Zulu culture, just because we are still have a long time to go. We have it was called a Victoria embankment, because everything was happening during the Victoria era. But now it's called Margaret Mqadi to honor those who contribute into our liberation. Okay, in this area, as you see, there are lots of people who are immigrant people. So who come from our neighbor country like Nigeria, Mozambique. As you see the dress code, this is not the Zulus. So that means they believe in a Muslim. But normally, or those who are coming from other neighbor countries, so normally their religions are the Muslims and other religions. But here in South Africa, there are more native people who are the Christian, or sometimes who are using their cultural background. So here are more people who are immigrant, just because this area was more about European people. Now they leave this area, was taken by the Indians, and then the Indians, they leave this place. Now they're taken by the African people. So why there are many here? In the old flats, that is not in a good condition, they can stay in a one flat, like 10 people, 11 people, just because they don't have any home. That's the main reason. Okay, ladies, please please, gentlemen, be in my back if in case ladies beat me. But don't be offended. When God creates a human being, only African people were given the privilege to do any hairstyle that they like. Only African people were given the chance. Sorry, it's not me, it's a creator. Please, ladies, don't. Yes, yeah. We can imitate Chinese, we can imitate Indians, we can do Brazilian, we can do any hairstyle that you like. In order. Okay. In front of us, there is a church which is called a Catholic church, and then next to it in that dome, there is a dome up there, but it's close to the bridge. After that bridge, which is called a mosque. So it's more for the Muslim people. So Muslim more worship on the Friday. So their Friday it's a worship day. They closing their shop during the busy hour, like 12 to 1 o'clock. Everyone they close the shop. That is for the people who are there in order to make our big city as it developed now. So now we are proud to speak about our development city just because of the people who are buried here. So they never get a chance to go back to their homeland. So even there is a Christian, those who have a cross, there's a Christian, and then the one with the fence is a Jewish graveyard, and then in front are the Muslim. Why they separated them there here? Just because all of them, they do have a different beliefs. So sometimes each and every time Muslim, they came and then they put flowers, make sure they visiting them. So it's such like that. So, and then there's a Jewish there, and then there is for the Muslim. So they will separate them just because of the different beliefs. Okay, on the left hand side, the main reason why Tito driving so slowly, he wants to show our hospital. Before a Western hospital, most of the people were relying on this medicine. So we could have a knowledge. These people are the traditional healers and the fortune teller. They have a good knowledge of a trees from the roots to the 4 eyes. So our king was so surprised that how can you come with the 4 eyes? And they said, no, it's not a 4 eyes, it's a spectacles, just because our eyesight is not okay. According to the Zulu people, if someone, they don't have a good eyesight, they taking the eyes of the owl and then they chop it and then they put inside, the eyes will be okay. Sometimes they take the shell of a snail and then they chop it and then the eyesight will be okay. So that's why they were so amazed when they wearing the spectacles. So I'm giving some of the knowledge about how they use school there when we got to the private school. Okay, and then this bridge, we call it a toll gate bridge. So there was a demarcation. So once you reach the precinct, that means you reach the city center. Once you're here, you notice the houses of the people. So sometimes they still has an informal settlement. So one of my parents, our parents, so my parents were staying there when was moved from rural areas. Once they reached in that great city, they were not allowed to enter the city center wearing the traditional clothes. Thank you to the visitors. Most of you admire my traditional clothes. Unlike before, they were not admitted. My parents were not allowed to get inside the city center. So like for instance, my mom is a domestic worker. So her employer was offering the penny or a certain, and then they leave these things, was not allowed to enter the city center. Okay, in this area, we call it a Kitomena, and Isizulu was called Umkumbane, King Shaga. I will talk more about Shaga. Okay, that's why I'm trying to squeeze my history. Yes, the history is started from the way back from the King Shaga. King Shaga, when I said, when they came, and then there was a lot of apartheid that's coming in our shore. So one of the apartheid laws, they were said, Zulus, or by 1860s, no, let me start by 1860s. By 1860s, when the settlers, they were said, they discovered that our soil is very fertile. As you see, our grass is green like this every time of the year. When they discovered that our soil is very fertile, and then they said they want the Zulus to employ them to plant the sugar cane. And then the Zulus, they refused to plant the sugar cane. They said, no, we do have our own way of living. You can't come to your show and then you say you want to employ us in our country or in our province. And then it's where the British they were forced themselves to in order to import the Indians to plant the sugar cane in our show. Okay. After that, when the Indians came as a slavery, have like a temporarily, like 10 years, and then after them, some they coming voluntary to work there, come with their culture, come with their religions. And then after that, just because they were started to develop in our big cities, now they know that they won't keep on importing Indians and other race. It's where they come up with the laws, which is called a politics. I want to introduce the politics. The politics. What is the politics now? The politics, it's called African or Zulu people, they have to pay the pound. Okay, let me pause on that, I'll carry on. Building a beautiful apartment that you are seeing here. So they pick up anything from there, and then they building their informal settlement made of a mud. So they made the mud, they made it the route like a steel, and then they a traffic copper to control the traffic. At least you let us go. It's green. They said you can go. It's green. We can go. Thank you. We have a license. Everything is wealthy. Road wealthy. Because this is our traffic copper. Yes, and in the end, it's more about the cars that were sometimes they resell it, or sometimes they fix it.
He's still singing. Don't worry.
Yes.
Tons of them. Right with the papers, see? And when you come back, it'll be on your side. So you'll be able to see.
And I'm getting it through the front window.
Now you really see the house structure of the Zulu people in a tribal life under the Zulu nation. You notice some of the family like up there, so just because they were close, that they do have a roundabout. So they do have a house with a roundabout with a circle on the right hand side, as you know. But in the oldest days, all roundabout and the circles was with a thatch roof. But now it's only made of, I wonder where they're going, a metal. They just use a metal because now it's scarce to get the thatch. They will come and moon. And actually, in our days, they're lucky here in the rural areas. Unlike me, I'm coming from the sunshine. So as much as umkhonto wesizwe, what a surprise. Yo, it's a new formal party that we formed. Okay, as much as we are not allowed to talk about politics, please don't tell. But now we are crossing Umsundozi River. Okay, but
What's the name of the river?
Umsundozi River. Yes, many rivers to cross.
Come on, sing it for me, girl.
Many rivers to cross. KwaZulu Natal. Okay, but don't worry, we'll be too close to Umsundozi. Okay, that's former president, just because there is no good way to control. Some people, they're coming from a neighbor village. So they might do something wrong, and then the name of the chief. And they said, oh, your village is not safe. So to make sure, that's why they hire the security to make sure, just because there is a political party there that is taking place. Otherwise, we are free country, free to join any political party, free to start your own political. The 12 apostles. So they're coming from the church. Oh, there is a church inside. So sometimes you know how to identify what kind of church it is. Just because we wearing uniform. So, and if it's not a big day, a big ceremony, they just wear a white doek as you see. You have to get it. Asami. Can I chop off?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Can I help you with this?
Please do that for me. I want to show them this.
Is this your first time doing this?
Yes.
And bus driver, you don't think you'll be doing this again, huh?
No ways.
You said no ways?
No ways I'm going to come back here.
Okay, well I guess we were very fortunate to be the only ones.
No, they can use other vehicles, but not me.
Not you, huh?
You notice that other guy, how it's wearing?
Okay, what is he wearing?
The skin of the animal.
The animal skin.
The cow animal.
Cow, exactly. Yeah, cow skin.
Because there is a protocol in terms of dress code. The cow of animal is just wear with just a normal person. But a king and the chief, they wear the skin of the antelope. Just because the King Shaka was able to spot the leopard, which is one of the big five.
They can't hear you.
Oh, they can hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, apologic about that. I was thinking about that man how he's wearing, but as we go down there, they were wearing the same. He's a dancer. Now he's coming up. He's a dancer.
He's a dancer?
Yes, he's going to dance for us. Yeah. I'm saying that just a normal man, they just wear the skin of the cow. There was a dress code for the Zulus, but for the king to represent that he's a king, they have to wear the skin of a leopard, which is a part of our big five animal, a leopard. Just because the King Shaka was able to go to a Shushuwe. It's our national game reserve, known game reserve. And Shushuwe was able to spot a leopard. Remember, leopard is natural; it's only active at night. But King Shaka was able to spot it, and then we kill, and then
Amu, I will be your guide for today at Injonjo Cultural Village. Yebo, sanibona. Yebo. Yebo. Awu ngiyabonga. Yes, thank you. I will allow you in. I'll join you later. I'll have to attend this other group inside. Thank you.
Okay.
Sabona.
and then respond. You say, yebo.
Yebo.
And then it is our tradition to ask, unjani.
Unjani.
Unjani. Thanks very much. Unjani. That means how are you? Unjani. Ila. That means I'm fine or I'm well.
Can you talk? You can talk.
Yebo Nkosi yami, ngiyakhuluma yimini induna.
Thank you. Well, I made it to Africa. I mean, really made it here. This has been an interesting journey. Very.
photo, not you. Not you. Oui, c'est bon, fuck you. Fuck you too. Ah, voilà, voilà. Enfin, un peu de... Yes, bravo. No. Okay. Shoot. Shoot it. Oh.
Yeah, you don't know what that thing's gonna do. About yourself. What's your name?
My name is Russell Kumede. My name is Russell.
Okay.
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 65 years old.
65?
65.
Well, guess what? I got you by 5 years. I'm 70.
You are 7?
70.
70.
Yes.
Serious?
Me. Yes. And what about you? What's your name? You young, I can tell. How old are you?
65 years.
No, you're not. Okay.
Yes.
And what is your name?
Yes. Alfred.
Alfred. And what kind of work do you guys do? What do you do every day?
Every day.
Uh-huh.
We usually looking after our cattle.
Your cattle?
Yeah, cattle. Cattle.
Oh, cactus.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually looking after cattle.
Okay. All right. Are you married?
Yeah, we are married.
Children? How many children you have?
I've got serious. I've got 8.
You have 8?
8.
Okay. And what about grandchildren? Grandchildren?
Grandchildren.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Children have children?
I've got my children.
Okay. All right. And what about you, sir? Are you married?
Yes.
All right. How many cattle did you have to give for your wife?
Cattle.
Yeah, did you have to get some cattle for your wife?
Oh, maybe, I know, usually 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about you? You only had to give 2 cattle for your wife? All right, sir, and tell me, what's your name?
Sangoma Mieza.
Okay, I can't even say all that. Anyway, how old are you, sir?
I'm 63 years old.
63 years young. All right, very good. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
What do you say you're thinking about what?
I'm thinking that sometimes they sort of businesses that would combine all the whole world where there are solutions that if you can take it in practice, it can cover all the countries over the world. So if I started here, I know for sure by meeting people from afar that it will also go cover the area, the country where they come from. So they will get help for the first time after experiences problems without solutions.
All right, so basically you're planting a seed so it can go all over the world, right?
That's it.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
your dress?
As I'm dressing, I'm representing the so-called Isangoma. So I said I am Isangoma Mieza. By being Isangoma, I'm being used by the powerful spirits, ancestors. That is where they come and teach me and give me unbelievable information that people think you can only find by attending classes. But even if you have never went to any class, but with them you can conquer and you can cover all the areas where people are having problems and resolve them without a medication or whatever, by mere understanding these people and practicing what they tell you. That's all.
All right. Now, you and me together.
Yes.
Okay?
That's it.
Do you do internet? Are you on the internet or anything like that? No?
Unfortunately,
No?
not yes.
So you live out here all the time?
No.
Where's home for you?
It's a Pietermaritzburg.
Where?
Pietermaritzburg in town.
How far is that from here?
Ras, how far is Pietermaritzburg from here?
Can you walk it or you have to drive?
No, travel.
You have,
I came with a vehicle.
okay, gotcha.
Anyone who can translate, because they hear nothing. I'm translating for now.
This other guy, since they were fighting, it seems like this other guy didn't like it that he was like conquered or defeated. That is why they were fighting. Then the process has gone forward until the lobola processes have been done. It is now the wedding day.